At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. So I'm going back to Sweden. I'm going to be going back to Varberg. I want to explain some of the things that happened in Sweden when I went to Flemingsberg last year, because there's a lot of things that happened that didn't end up making its way onto the vlog and on YouTube. So without further ado, I want to share some never before shared stories with you for today's video. So this is what playing minor pro hockey in Sweden is really like. And so it's August of 2020. I walk into Toronto Pearson Airport for the journey that I never believed was going to actually happen. But I was flying from Toronto, Ontario to Munich, Germany to Stockholm, Sweden. And from the moment I walked into the Toronto airport to the moment I walked out of the Arlanda airport in Stockholm, we're talking a 20+ hour journey. Now this is where it begins. Over the summer, our coaching staff had set aside a place for my roommate and I to live, but at no point did we ever get a true address of where we were supposed to be going. However, they assured us that when we got there, there'd be a ride, somebody would be there to pick us up. Well, 20 hours in the journey, we get to the airport, and turns out not only is coach not going to pick us up, nobody's picking us up, and we're being told you got to find your way to the apartment that you have never seen before and you just got the address for, with no cell phone service, no ability to speak the language of Swedish, no ability to read Swedish. So yes, we were both expected to slug out 2 hours on the bus and train to get to the place we were told to go that we had no idea where it was. Now this is where things change. I've never been more grateful in my life to be doing what I do on YouTube, because this here is Dave. We call him Big Save Dave, which we'll get into in a second. But at this point, he was just a fan of what I did on the internet. But he sent me an Instagram DM and was like, hey man, you need anything? Let me know. Well, how about a lift, buddy? Well, Dave drives 2 hours out of his way to come pick my ass up. He drives me another hour to drop off my gear at the rink and then drop all my stuff off at home a half hour later. Sweeney, unfortunately, wasn't so lucky. He actually had to take the train and the bus. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he had to because he was coming in at a much different time of day than I was. So let's talk for a second about culture shock. I've never lived outside of North America before, and the place that we were living in was a legitimate tool shed. It was a one-bedroom suite, and I use the term one bedroom extremely lightly. On top of having to take the bus everywhere, we had no pegs for my net at the rink, ever. I actually had to go and find my own pegs. Groceries were more expensive than they were in North America. I was in full culture shock mode just with the way things were, with the way my life was heading, and it reflected in my first game. 8 goals against, 30 shots. Not very good at all. You know, after that, I woke up a couple days later and I just said, you know, I gotta accept that this is how it's gonna be. This is a life lesson, and starting to get comfortable with the European culture, with the European-sized rink, the daily travel I was gonna have to be making on the train and the bus every single day if I wanted to really make this work. And I did all that. I found myself a new woman, and boom, game 2, 938 save percentage. Unfortunately, losing effort, but it was a big improvement from the first game. So at this point, I'm starting to gain some traction, working with our team goalie coach Mike, who, by the way, I thought was a really cool guy, very nice guy, great goalie coach. Next game didn't go great. I thought I was okay, but didn't get the result that I'd wanted. After that, I get a call from this random guy claiming to be an agent, and he'd been watching the vlog for a while, and he said to me, yeah, like basically, I've seen this before. You guys are getting screwed over. There's no transfer card being paid for. You guys are going to be out $2,000, have to pay for it yourself. They scanned you. Get out of there while you can before they try to collect like $1,500 a month for this tool shed you're living in that they had yet to ask for. Funny enough, we go to practice later that night, and what happens? Well, coach pulls me and Sweeney aside and says, hey, listen, we don't have your transfer card yet. It's going to be coming. We don't know when, but at this point, I'm getting this vibe that this agent might actually know what he's talking about. The fact that the team doesn't have our transfer cards after promising to spend the almost $2,000 each to get it. So what did I do? I fired my agent the next day. The current agent that had got me into this mess, I fired his ass. And after that, we packed up everything we had in the next 24 hours. We had to move everything on a bus and then a train into this hotel that we'd found as casually as humanly possible so that nobody noticed that we were moving everything, and we saved all the major stuff for the end. But guess who came to save the day at the end? Yeah, you guessed it. Big Save Dave came to give us a ride, drove us down to the rink. The team had locked up all of our equipment in the room. We had to bust into the room. They locked my bag into this gear storage room. I don't know why, but I had to climb into this cage somehow, get my bag, get my gear. We packed everything up. Sweeney didn't even bring his bag. I don't know why. He just ended up carrying his stuff out. I'm still confused why he did this. And we got out of there. Fast forward a day later, the agent that had been trying to help me through this mess, he found Sweeney's team. He was out. I helped him move all the stuff to the train station, and boom, he's got a new team. He's on his way. I'm now on my own, waiting for a team and an opportunity that may actually never come. And at this point, this random agent who had called me is now my full-time guy. You know, I was calling him probably 60 times a day to try to get an answer, because I'm sitting here eating the full cost of a hotel by myself for a full week, hoping for a team to sign me so I can get out of here and try to go play hockey and do what I want to do, and we'll do what I love. So over a week later, at literally right before midnight, he calls me and says, hey, we got a team. You don't got to leave tomorrow. Get your ass down to the train station. And that's exactly what I did. I got down to the train station. Now, the guy helped me right here. His name is Dan. Now, this is the first time he's appearing in this story, but this guy was absolutely game-changing for trying to help me understand the Swedish culture, trying to help me just get more comfortable with life. And like I said, he's appearing in the story for the first time here. This guy meant so much more to me during my time here. He helped me get my stuff down to the train station. We had one last meal, said our goodbyes, and boom, I was on the train headed 5 hours away to Gothenburg to potentially a new opportunity and a new team and a new life on the other side of Sweden. I'm skiing with my new team. The guys are great. Our coach is great. Our management is awesome. Everybody's just treating me like family, and I feel at home finally. And unfortunately, I was only there for about 2 weeks, give or take. Our season got paused for 30 days, which then turned into a 60-day pause, and then they ultimately canceled the season, and that was basically the 2020 season, which now brings us to today, present day. Morning.
Snapper, baby. Slow-mo that, baby.
And that's just like alligator soup.
Oh, alligator soup, make it snappy. Pavel Barber, eat your heart out.
Take a coffee break, mate. And by coffee break, I mean bring me my coffee.
Do you know who Doug St. Clair is?
Dougie.
He's a beauty. I said I should go to Sweden, but I'm not going unless I get 5,000 messages. Died in a hang gliding accident. What an idiot.
Hey honey, look, I'm dead. TJ, is that bad style? He was grilled the other day in the comment section.
It's pretty soft.
Here's my problem. Hold my stick like this. Can't get my blocker down. I choke up like that. I get down.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's getting caught.
Like when I'm normal, it's awkward. I choke up.
It's like you have it, but when I release it, it like locks up almost.
Yeah.
Low blocks.
One of the reasons why I love Freebird, Tommy, you never know what he's gonna do next. And he's always chirping me about my love for trains. So I gotta leave for Sweden, middle of August, I believe. I think I'm gonna be going to Vancouver, potentially, depending on when my new gear comes in. Fly to New York, flying from New York overseas to Europe. One of the most magical things about playing hockey that I've learned in my lifetime is the cool places you get to see. Like Seattle was awesome when I went there. Vancouver, I love. Winnipeg, call it home. Sweden's one of the greatest places on the planet. When you get to experience the European culture, the way they live, the fact that you don't need a car, buses and trains. I shit my pants for the first 3 weeks of being in Sweden last year because I was like, oh my God, like this is not the way life is supposed to be. And then this isn't half bad. The women are beautiful. This has actually helped me kind of forget about the fact that I miss home. Playing hockey, great culture, great food, traveling, women, not specifically in that order. Anyway, I digress. So I don't actually own a printer. I just go to my mom's and I use her printer.
All right, I'll call you back at like 5. I'm gonna go grab my microphone.
The BS of the hockey world kind of makes you fall out of love with the game just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy you said that. It's very, even as a D1 player, that happens, man, and it's becomes so business, you know, everything's so serious. And if you're listening this far into the podcast, that's a little tip from me.
My woman wanted to go get ice cream, trying to keep my diet in check. So when I'm gonna go splurge and have about 1,000 calories worth of ice cream, so I skip my dinner of 1,000 calories, so now I'm gonna make up for that. This looks familiar.
You just show your wang. You see what the people make on OnlyFans?
Hey, you wanna see my wang? It looks kind of like that blue cookie dough monster ice cream I just had.
People will pay for it.
It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. Maybe you gotta move your shit in the middle of the night because the team screws you over. Sometimes, we're not all built the same. Some of us have a third ball. Some of us just have a piece of cauliflower down there. Lawnmower 4.0 serves as an amazing beard trimmer and getting rid of that nasty body hair on your back, neck, or ass. It's got a 90-minute battery life, so unless you're Italian, you'll be okay. You got lots of battery life to go. If you're Italian, you get 2 of them. The Ultra Smooth package is going to be great. It comes with an amazing razor. You get the crop gel for shaving, the crop exfoliator for exfoliating all those pores, and you get 5 replacement blades. Because guess what? So you don't have to worry about going to get cartridges. The Ultra Smooth package is, honest to God, the best shave I've ever had in my life. You go to the first link in the video description, manscaped.com/TRAVSUCKS, and you pick yourself an awesome discounted exclusive 20% off when you click that link on the Lawnmower 4.0 or the Ultra Smooth package. I want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. And I want to thank you for watching this video. It was a roller coaster in Sweden last season, and I expect nothing less this season, and I'm looking forward to going back over there. I'll see you on Monday's video. Just every toe.
It's gonna be a f***ing switch up. How many alarms do you have, man? That's probably the 4th time something's gone off. 11:30 a.m. alarm. Pavel Barber, eat your heart out.